Welcome back, everyone. In this section, we are going to look into Hyperledger blockchain ecosystem. So, a little bit of recap about what we have learned in the last session. In the last session, we have learned how blockchain works, what is blockchain structure, what are smart contract, and what are the different types of consensus algorithm. In this section, we are going to have a brief about Hyperledger blockchain ecosystem, where you will see the family Hyperledger and you will see the design philosophy behind Hyperledger, and you will also see the framework architecture. So before getting to the details of Hyperledger family, let me quote what is Hyperledger. So Hyperledger is an open source community focused on developing a suite of stable frameworks, tools, and libraries for enterprise grade blockchain deployment. So it serves as a neutral home for various distributed ledger frameworks, tools, and libraries. So in Hyperledger family, all the projects that are under Hyperledger umbrella are divided into four categories which are described here. First is distributed ledger, libraries, tools, and domain specific projects. Now let us see what are the projects that comes under these subcategories. As you can see in the distributed ledger section, you can see you have different frameworks, which is Hyperledger Besu, Hyperledger Bureau, Hyperledger Fabric, Hyperledger Indy, Hyperledger Iroha, Hyperledger Sawtooth. All of these framework serves different purpose. Our main focus for this lecture or this course is Hyperledger Fabric. So we will get more details or much more deeper understanding of Hyperledger Fabric in the coming section. In the libraries subsection, you have the projects like Hyperledger Aries, Hyperledger Quilt, Hyperledger Transact, and Hyperledger Ursa. In tools section, you have Hyperledger Avalon, Hyperledger Caliper, Hyperledger Cello, Hyperledger Explorer. And you also have a domain specific project which is Hyperledger Grid. So this is a curated list where you can see the Hyperledger projects and you can also see the project type, meaning which subsection it falls into, and you can also see the status of those projects, whether those projects are already active or whether they are still in incubation state. If you find these projects interesting, please go through the Hyperledger link where you can explore more about this particular project. The focus of this course is mainly Hyperledger Fabric, which we will get into details in the coming section. What is the design philosophy of Hyperledger? What is the design philosophy meaning? What are its core philosophy where Hyperledger stands on? So the main philosophy Hyperledger stands for is modular technology, and also it has to be open and transparent governance. So because of these design philosophies and a lot of members that are coming in to contribute to Hyperledger as an organization, so many of the companies as listed here has already taken Hyperledger, and they are already working towards including Hyperledger as part of their projects. So if you want more information, you can Google each of these companies and their blockchain involvement with Hyperledger as well. So in Hyperledger blockchain ecosystem, you have Hyperledger framework architecture. So what are the points, or what are the components that framework architecture includes? Some of them are consensus layer, smart contract, database, peer-to-peer networking, and security. So you can go through this slide where you can see the business blockchain component and also key function and responsibility of each of these business blockchain component. So you can see the responsibilities of consensus layer, smart contract layer, communication layer, data store abstraction, crypto abstraction, identity services, policy services, APIs, and interoperation. So all these are the main business blockchain components that has to be taken care when we are trying to design a ecosystem, which is a blockchain ecosystem. So, to satisfy various business needs, there are several different consensus mechanisms that is being worked in Hyperledger community. So, two major types of those consensus are permissioned lottery-based algorithm and permissioned voting-based algorithm. Each of these types has their own implementation. As you can see, permission lottery based algorithm has proof of elapsed time and proof of work as implementation, and permissioned voting based algorithm has the redundant Byzantine fault tolerance and Paxos as the implementations. So please go through this slide where you will understand what the different Hyperledger framework which are using different consensus algorithm and what are the pros and cons of those consensus algorithm. Moving on in this lecture, we are going to have a deep dive into the Hyperledger framework fabric, which is the Hyperledger fabric and the consensus algorithm that it uses and what are the pros and cons of the Hyperledger fabric. So this is a small quiz for you to gauge your understanding in this section so far. Please try answering them and I'll see you in the next section. Please do subscribe for our private coaching sessions as well for greater understanding and personalized lectures. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next section.